Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining my channel. If you're new here, let me first pause this. All right, Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause. All right, if you're new to my channel, right, I always talk about staying focused on things you have to do in life, right? And that's pretty much it. But tonight, I want to talk about a little bit of story time, okay? And it's pretty interesting, I think. Um, I want to talk about dating at this age, or at least something that has happened to me, right? At this age. All right. So, um, yeah, I'm 61, right? So, with that being said, dating is a little different. Um, when you get a certain age, and especially this age, right? You don't look at dating the same way you looked at it when you was younger. Dating for me that I find is more so you analyze the situation because, and you really analyze it because from experience. Oh, I think I was saying earlier. Well, no, I mentioned about my channel, but don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, um, when you get here. But anyway, um, at this age when you're dating is different. It's different. What you do is you pay closer attention to different things that the person may have going on, right? You just don't jump into relationships like you did when you was younger, right? Because there's a lot of things that you overlook. Thank you for coming into my live. There's a lot of things that you overlook, right? And as you get older, you learn from your mistakes in the past. So therefore, you're not going to overlook those things anymore, right? When I was younger, it was easy to date a guy that had no money. That was easy. Guess what? Because I didn't have to pay bills, right? I lived at home with my parents. So it was okay to date him if he was broke because I wasn't looking for money. Um, and then as we got older, right? You said, okay, now you want them to at least take you to the movies, buy you something to eat, right? So you get in your well, actually when you I don't know. I got my first boyfriend at 16 and he kissed me on the cheek and I was scared. I was like, "Oh no, we can't do this." I know, 16. The kids these days, right? They're faster. But back then, I don't know, I was scared. I was scared. So when I saw him again, right? Well, actually, I saw him, but I went around the other way. I went around the corner because I said, I was afraid. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, he was my first boyfriend. And then I don't know how long it lasted, but I think by the time I got 18, I had another one, right? So that one right there, which I spoke about in my last video with my granddaughter. Um, what happened with him. You all will have to go back and check out that video. But anyway, this I'm going to talk about story time about an incident that happened in dating at this age, right? So I'm just going to go up the ladder a little bit. So now when you get 20s, you expect something a little different, right? Then when you get 30, right? That's how it is. You want the guy to have some type of career going on. He needs to have his act together. 40, 50, whatever, I don't know. So, but now at this age, right? You expect for a brother to have his act together. You know, I'm 61. I'm 61 and you don't have your act together. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Listen, y'all gonna hear all of Brooklyn, the New York. You're going to hear all the New York come out of me because it's just like I can't. Like, yo, for real? At this age? Not gonna say the word sauce. All right, but at this age, so it's sad when you're my age, right? And you still got to put things together. And that's what I talk about, being focused on my channel, right? Saying you can't do everything at one time. Do a little bit at a time. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Please. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate you all that's here. If anyone coming in and I end up getting some trolls on here, because you know them trolls know how to come in and just say little things, right? If you don't mind being a moderator, I think I figured it out, but I would probably still have to play with it. If it becomes too much, I'm just going to skip over it and I'll just keep talking, okay? And ignore the trolls. But yeah, at this age, I'm running into, well, I ran into guys that back messed up. We ain't talking about I tried them out. Let's get that straight, all right? Because I'm talking about the back. But you need the back. You need the back. You know? The back messed up. They talking about, oh, this is wrong with me, that. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You know, although I'm older, I'm not broke down. I'm not broke down. See, what brothers have to realize, right, is you can't run the streets and then you get older and your body falling apart, right? Yeah. The only man I want that's broke down is one that I've been with for years, and he broke down while he was with me, right? I'm not taking one. You're not coming through the door broke down. You're not coming through the door broke down. We're not doing that. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, so if you know you're going to be out here on the dating scene, start exercising, getting yourself ready. You know, that's the Lord Jesus. Now, why we got to go through this tonight? Thank you all for joining my channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, okay? But it's funny that with dating, right? Just like with anything else, you gotta prepare yourself for it, right? I tend to do better meeting guys in my natural state. What I mean by that is when I'm not dressed up, like I'm doing yard work, whatever it is, right? They see me at my worst time, and I'm like, "Oh, will you like me like this?" And then I'm like, "Ooh, can you imagine when I get cute, right?" And that's appealing because you don't have to go. Well, you should go to extra yard, right? But for right there, you don't have to go to extra yard, right? Because they got to see you at your worst state, and you're like, now when you look, you're like, you're embarrassed because they saw you not prepped up for them, right? So at this age, you wouldn't believe there's so many men out there that their stuff is not, they're not tapped in. They're not tapped in. And what I mean by that, have yourself put together so when that person comes along, and that's for a woman too, right? Have yourself put together so when that person or your person come along, you're ready for them. And it doesn't always have to be physical, right? You may want to make sure your finances is in order, your home is in order, your physique is in order, right? It's just different things that you need to get yourself in order. Some of these people are out here and they just dating to be dating, dating to be dating. So here go a little story time. Why me? Why me? Okay, why me? So you know they got these apps right out here. You get on the app, you meet them. What I do now is I said, we got to come on FaceTime. And if he decide to look at this video, right, because I did send him my link so he can subscribe, okay? He decide to look at this FaceTime, he know it's him. Somebody needs to know. And maybe he's going to find out today. No, quiet. My child is starting. He's gonna find out today. All right. And the reason why I say that is because how do you come on FaceTime? Oof, I feel bad. With no teeth. Where they do that at? Now, I heard what he said. He said he was in the hospital, and when he woke up, they was missing. They were missing. The two bottom ones, right here. These two was missing. Let me tell you something. I told him ain't no way. That would have been a lawsuit. I wake up in the hospital and my teeth missing. They gonna make sure before I leave that hospital, they done stuck something in there. Please. They gonna have to put something in there. And you're okay with that. You're okay with that. That doesn't make sense to me. So not only is it that, oh my God, my granddaughter is walking in on my live and I text her and told her I was doing a live. My dog over there, my child, is not making any noise. He's not making any noise. I text you and said I was doing a live.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. And she's walking in, and I don't edit this stuff. I'm not editing. You know why? Because I need for everyone to see the authentic me. Even my child caught on. Because usually he barks and make a whole lot of noise. He was, y'all heard him, right? He was, Now, I don't know how you're going to get by me because this is like... All right, well, anyway, let's continue on. Listen, so, yeah, he woke up with no teeth in the bottom of his mouth. Like I said, that's either a lawsuit or they would have gave him some teeth, which doesn't make sense. Maybe that's just the story he wants to give me. All right, if that's what you're selling, sell on. I'm not buying it. I'm not. It doesn't make sense. So not only were they missing there, but they was also missing at the top. And things happen. I get that. But you know, when you're a certain age, these are things that are a priority in your life. You know, they are priority that you need to make sure you maintain that, because if you're going to go out here dating, last thing I want to see is somebody's mouth looking like a cemetery. Okay? It's like tombstone here, move over 3 spaces, tombstone there, go there. Yeah, go down. Then you got to move over a little bit, miss. Then another tombstone. You know, it's just, it's too much. Like, it's not, you don't do that to people, especially when you have people that's coming on and they're serious about it and they want to, you know, they trying to do something here. What? Yeah, I thank you. Thank you for that. I really appreciate you with your comments. Now you're removed. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, so it's just like how, which is really strange, right? I think it's let me report this person. Give me one moment, please. Just give me one moment. These people, they're horrible. They coming in here, their mama didn't raise them right. But yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. How he's out here dating not a bad looking man at all. Not a bad looking man. It's just unfortunate because I feel like for me, I wasn't given a fair opportunity. It's not fair to me. You know, whenever you're dating, right, you need to get past the first step. So if we have missing teeth, unless we was together for years and that happened, and even then we gonna take care of that because that's a priority, you know, when it comes to that. So that was a bit unfortunate right there. So now we're just talking about some of the other things, and you know, like he said to me, oh, you showing off. What am I showing off? I'm really being me. You know, I'm being me. I truly believe in life, right? You have to hustle. And I'm talking about a positive hustle, not a street hustle. You have to hustle to get the things you want in life, you know. And people make a priority what they want to be a priority. If you're willing to walk out in public with no teeth, then that's your choice. But then you never know who you're going to meet, right? And you will meet, or you may meet a woman of substance or a man of substance. So you want to make sure you're prepared for that opportunity when it arises, because you just never know, right? So I felt like, well, actually, to be honest with you, I'm saying I felt like, but I didn't miss an opportunity. I couldn't have. Because if you can't take care of your teeth, how you going to take care of me? Let's keep it real. If you can't take care of your teeth, how you going to take care of me? Hmm? Right? That's crazy. And then there was another one, right? Who, this guy, he was always like, you know, saying stuff like, you know, really like you, this, that, the other, but never come through, right? Never do what he has to do. So with him right now, here he is. See, this is why you got to pay attention to people and their behaviors, right? Here he is. You like a year and a half younger than me, bro. Year and a half younger, right? And he's like, I like younger women. Now this is later. This is later now. This is later. Because this is after he been told off. Now he likes younger women, right? Okay, good. Last person I know that had someone younger than them, guess what? She broke him. Broke him, took all his money. He might be looking at the video too. Y'all might have to come save me. Oh, y'all might have to come save me. But yeah, she took all his money too. So I told him, I said, yeah, well, have at it if that's what works for you. You know, he's older, no, never been married, no children. You know, I said, listen, I've been married, had my children. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci at this point. I'm where I need to be. You get what I'm saying? So, a woman that's my age, it's nice to get into something, but a woman my age is not desperate. She's not desperate for a man. And the reason being is because she has found herself. She found out what works for her. Where I feel rich is I have my family, right? That's where I feel rich. A man will only compliment me, right? He wouldn't make me at this point. And that's what I was saying earlier about when you're dating at this age, right? You date for something different. And because I was telling him, you know, that I'm in a good place, he took it personal. Like, I'm not chasing you. So what he did was he threw his age back 10 years. He said, oh, I'm not really that age. I said, next time I see you, show me your license. You know? So Like, why are you telling me this lie? Like, oh, you younger. If that's the case, if you are younger, let's keep it real, everyone. If you are younger, that means that you are, he's self-employed. He's self-employed. But if you are 10 years younger now, you putting your age back because you're really trying to get back at me because, I'm saying I'm not chasing you, then you wearing them streets. You wearing them streets, which means you looking rugged. You looking rugged for your age. Now, if you are the 58, 59, like you said, then you looking good. But if you're not, and you really that age, then you've been living a rough life. So pick one. You want to clean up your little lie from back then, because that's what it was. It's a lie. Trying to get back. And it's sad because we're too old, right? Too old. At this age, you're too old to play games with people. You know, if you're gonna come, like, he was supposed to help me take care, like, just really take care of some stuff, right? In my backyard to help me out. Come by, help me out. Because he didn't keep his word, I said to him, a man is only as good as their word. I guess he took it personal. So he figured he gonna call me and straighten me out. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I told him, I'm good. Been married, had children. And I'm not throwing him under the bus for not being married, not having children. Obviously, that's what his higher power had for him, I guess. But when I look at that, right, it makes you wonder, why? You're not a bad looking man. Why? Why no one has put you on lock or had one of your seeds? What's that about? So it does make you question, right? Hmm, something might be wrong. Maybe all the screws are not tight. You know, people come to you one way, and then once you get with them, you find out, now I see why. You've been single all these years. So, with that being said, right, when you get where I'm at in life, you can't take too much that's extra. It got to be my fingers. I always have my hands over here doing stuff, right? You can't take too much that's extra. But you don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you all for joining my live. Um, it's you now have a not. It's almost I can't say demand. I can't say rules, but you have a certain criteria, right, that you look for. And I feel like I am an established woman. I need more of an established man who knows what they want, where they want to go. I feel like at this age, life with me, and this is what I want you all to look at, where you at in life and what are you looking for, right? Really pay attention what you're looking for, because what happens is, and it happened to me, I end up getting into a relationship that I I didn't really want it. I did it because I was like, I've been single, let me just do it. And I did it, and it didn't work out. So, and it didn't work out because I really wasn't feeling it back then. It's because I listened to my cousin. Oh, she's like, oh, you've been single, you need to. The single life is not a bad life. It really isn't, because you can't always wait for someone else to make you happy. You have to make you happy. And when you find that true happiness in yourself, you're no longer going to look outside for that. When it comes, it's going to complement what you already have. You see what I mean? And that's where I'm at, right? So I could take my time. I could listen, my grandmother got married at 67. She got remarried at 67. So I feel like he's out there. He's out there. And when he comes, he's going to realize that he got a diamond in the rough. Someone that's, lay back. I don't want all that drama. I don't need to be questioning you. It's like smooth sailing. Let's do some traveling. Let's enjoy one another's company. Let's do some fun things, right? Because all the well, not I didn't do this now. I never did this. But all them cutting tire days that women go, they say, "Oh, she grandma out there cutting tires." I don't do none of that. No, ma'am. I don't do any of that. So, now I'm at that stage, right? That all the extras, it's time to relax and just enjoy life from this point forward, right? And just kind of thank you all for joining my live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Um, I'm at that stage now that I'm just more laid back. So I feel like my higher power has that person, my person, right? And when my person come, I'm going to know it. And that person is going to know it because it's not going to be difficult, right? It's going to be easy. So they meet you and it's just smooth, right? And then you will also understand you're not going to go through all the extras that you did when you was younger, right? Hopefully, you know, all the body parts work. Not walking around, I got to push them. We ain't doing, we're not doing any of that. So I want to say for everyone that's out here in this world, if you just broke up with someone, then just remember they were only there for that season. That's it. It's not the end of the world. You will recover from your breakup, right? And if you're out here looking, don't just go throwing yourself around to Tom, Dick, Harry, and Sam, or Susan and Samantha and whatever other names, right? It's not necessary. Your body is very sacred, and you really want to give it, when you give yourself to someone, be ready to give yourself to someone. And, listen to those little clues that's going to tell you, you know what, something isn't right here. I mean, again, I was in my 40s, and that's why I was like, oh, let me just do it. And I did it, and it lasted for 8 years. And it probably could have lasted longer, but I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So, yeah, just kind of take your time and don't settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. You're worthy of having someone who's who's into you. You don't have to guess. You don't have to guess. And the one way that I know for sure, when I was married, my husband taught me how a man's supposed to make a woman feel, right? And I'm a true believer that a woman should cook for her man. So if any women on here don't know how to cook, please learn how to cook. That I don't think that's cool. Cook and clean your house, right? So this way you can make sure that man is comfortable. Um, and men need to make sure that that woman feels safe. She's in a safe place, right? Don't try to big yourself up to make her seem less than or whatever, right? Because you two are equal. You're equal to a certain point. And what I mean by that, right, is the woman is usually like the weakest link to a certain point as far as strength. But she does take care of a lot of other things, like some of the business matters, right? The housework, the cooking, making his doctor's appointments, right? Um, yeah, I had two brains when I was with my ex. I had two brains. I had his brain and I had my brain. And if he look at this, he gonna be like, for real? Yeah, for real. I had two brains. So just prepare yourself. Just make sure you stay, pay attention to your relationship. Do what a woman's supposed to do. So if anything goes wrong, and even a man, if anything goes wrong, at least you know you did your part, right? My exes regret quite a few things, and they said if they had it to do all over again, because when I get into it, I get into it for real, for real. So when you know what you bring into the table, right? Take your time and wait for that right one. You'll know. You'll know. And I just feel like it's not anything you got to rush into. And don't look at your girlfriend or your guy friends and say, oh, well, they got such and such. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate that. You may look at them and say, oh, they got girlfriends or they wives and things are working out good for them. Yeah, only if you know what goes on behind closed doors. Only if you know. And there's some other story times that I could tell. I won't say any names, but some of these stories are crazy that that others have spoken about. You know, actually, I probably can say some of it now when I think about it. This one person I know, a friend of mine, and if she looks at this, she'll know. But I got on her so many times. She was with this guy for a long time, and when things went sour, she ended up losing her place and she ended up staying in her car. Whew, she stayed in her car and he would not let her come stay with him. For me, I wouldn't have been able to either, I couldn't get back with him. I wouldn't have been able to do it. She ended up getting back with him, still continue to mess with him. If I got to sleep in my car and you got a place to stay, mm-mm, and you're going to leave me out there in my car, I can't mess with you. I can't. So I find that right there, I used to get so upset with her because I'm like, yo, what did he do to you that got you still chasing him after he left you in the streets? That doesn't work for me. You know, so sometimes, right, when it comes to these relationships, thank you all for joining our live. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Um, Sometimes in these relationships, right, you really, really, really got to buckle down and don't um, just lose your mind because maybe you saying, oh, the sex is good or he gives me money or, you know, you got to really look at your self-worth and see what it is that you want. Don't go losing yourself because, oh, maybe this person looks good or whatever, you know. Really think about what you want because at the end of the day, it's really about you. And I think that's very important. It's really about you. And but it takes to go through something to get there, right? And I know for myself, I've gone through it and now I'm there. So I truly focus on, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. I truly focus on me and that's it. That's it. I'm not selling myself short to make someone else happy. I'm not going to mess up my safe haven, my comfort zone, what makes me feel good in my own place to make someone happy. But what I am going to do is stay on top of my hustle. So this way I can protect what I have built, right? But I'm not going to allow anyone to come in just to make them comfortable. Like I'll make them comfortable if that's where we are, but not to sell myself short. And you know, sometimes that's what we do just to get into a relationship. No, mm-mm. Sit back, pay attention, watch how the person move, see if they're catering to you. And if they are catering to you, then you move forward. I tell whoever it is, if you take one step, I'm willing to take two or three. You're going to know, right? So I always tell people, make sure you do the right thing by that person. So when it is over and it didn't work out, they can look back and say, you know what? She was good. She was really good. I messed that up. I always do that. I always. So anything I get into, I just make sure I'm true to it. No cheating, none of that. I just can't. It doesn't sit well with me. But I'm not going to keep you all. I want to thank everyone that came into this live that got to hear about this going on FaceTime with me with no teeth. Where they do that at? Anyway, but don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other stuff that's on, especially the shorts, right? A lot of times as we daily when we wake up, take a look at my shorts. Go through some of them. It gives each short gives you a nice short message for the day that helps you get through your day, right? We are all in this mess out here together, and we just got to live day by day. My videos are unedited for a reason. There may be times later that I may come back and start editing, videos, and I could, but I like the unedited version because it gives you that raw stuff. Because if we're going to be authentic, then you need to get the authentic me. So I don't know. I'll see in time if I want to start editing. Other than that, I'm going to just send out uncut videos, okay? But I do want to thank you all for joining my channel, coming in tonight. Like I said, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. And take a look at the shorts and some of the longer videos, all right? This is about us staying focused and getting to the next level and getting there peacefully, no matter what we're doing. So thank you all for coming into my live tonight. Have a good night. Stay safe, stay up, and don't sell yourself short for no one. All right, later.